William Morrow and Harper Audio present Together We Roared, alongside Tiger for his epic 12-year 13 majors run by Steve Williams and Evin Priest. Read by Chris Abell. Dedications. Steve Williams. To my lovely wife, Kirsty, thank you for your unwavering support through all the good times and the not-so-good times. I couldn't have done it without you. So many people made this journey an incredible one, but it would never have happened without Butch Harmon and Mark O'Meara recommending me for the job. Evin Priest. For Laura, Karen, and Tim, who believed in me. For the great golf writers who believed in our profession. For Benny and Canizzaro, who believed spending time with me on tour was a good idea. Author's note. Tiger Woods frequently uttered a 5-word phrase that would make caddy Steve Williams grin at his boss's chances of winning that week. "The course fits my eye," Woods would remark about happy hunting grounds on the PGA Tour, such as Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, where he won the Arnold Palmer Invitational a record 8 times, and Firestone Country Club in Akron, Ohio. He won there 8 times, too. He didn't always win after saying it, but out of the 63 PGA Tour titles he won with me, an overwhelming majority came after he told me that. And sometimes he even said it publicly, Williams, Woods' bagman from 1999 to 2011, recalls. Woods used the motto days before some of his most important victories. Before his drought-breaking major win at the 1999 PGA Championship at Medina No. 3, when Williams first caddied for Woods at Augusta National earlier that year, and before the 2002 U.S. Open at Bethpage Black, which was the first municipal golf course to ever host America's national championship. Williams knew there was more meaning than simply Woods enjoying the course's design. "What it meant to me was if there was any tension or anxiety in his swings the days or weeks leading up, it was gone when he said those words," Williams recalls. "I knew he felt comfortable with every shot the course demanded, and that allowed Tiger's instincts to shape the ball to kick in. Technical thoughts went out the window." As you will find in these pages, the way Woods and Williams communicated with each other was unlike any player-caddy partnership in golf's history. It was the cornerstone of their relationship. Language is the answer to a commonly asked question. Why did Tiger Woods and Steve Williams win so much together? Their dialogue began with a dubious phone call to Williams' hotel room in early 1999, and their conversations were initially complicated by Williams's hilarious refusal to buy or use a cell phone in the late 1990s, even as cell phone ownership soared. Even after Woods purchased one for his caddy in the early 2000s, the pair continued to write special handwritten messages of encouragement and constructive feedback to each other. Their verbal interactions were legendary. From Williams learning what Woods meant when he said he did a Nolan Ryan on the course, to mottos they shared like, "Fast pay makes fast friends." Sometimes Williams took information from something as simple as body language, which Woods would use to have Williams ask people to politely leave him to practice in solitude, or it could be with his eyes. "I would always look at Tiger's eyes on any approach shot or recovery shot because I could read his intentions," Williams says. Ironically, in the end, a lack of open discussion when their partnership was on the rocks in 2011 was what expedited their split. Communication was also the inspiration for why Williams and I decided to write Together We Roared. We both felt there was an obvious hole in the legacy of Woods and Williams and how their story had been told. There had never been a definitive account of their whirlwind 12 years together. Certainly not one that exclusively zoomed in on how their combination produced 13 major championship wins, as well as 6 runners-up and 2 third placings at golf's 4 biggest events. Put simply, one of the greatest partnerships in the history of sports didn't have its own book, until now. Williams and I began to relive his time with Woods through a podcast during the COVID-19 pandemic called Chasing Majors. We had so much fun revisiting their success, major by major, that we decided a book was the only medium that could deliver the richness and depth it deserved. We also felt it needed to be written in the third person to allow Williams to focus on recalling his deepest and most vivid memories during extensive interviews. For Together We Roared, we sat down for approximately 6
Sample complete. Ready to continue?